Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm in the middle of putting on a band-aid. So give me like 2 seconds. But I hope everybody's doing well. I know it's been a while since I've been on live. Ow, this really stings. Alright, I'm almost done with the band-aid. Hello, Molly Meep. Hello, Gloria. You know what's so funny, Molly Meep? I actually was thinking about you maybe a few days ago, maybe last week, and I was just like, I hope she's doing well. And I remember something reminded me of you, and then it was like, oh, I hope she's doing well. So it's so funny and that you are here. But hey, Gloria. How have you been, Molly Meep? How's your son? How are things? Also, there will be a reading on Tuesday. I'm about to put up these cards. We'll get started in like a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna get the cards from the pick a card back in their decks, because I might end up using some of these cards tonight. I'm not 100% sure, but just in case. Okay, let me just shuffle these cards up, and then I will get back to the chat. And then we'll get started. Let's see. It feels so... I feel happy to be back on live. I didn't want to go live, but, you know, things happen. Schedules get busy. Life happens. And then it's like, it's kind of hard to make it all work. Okay, these guys go in here. And then these guys. Sorry for the loud noise. Go in here. Okay, and then these go Oh, I forgot I have these over here. Okay. Alrighty. Let me go back to the chat. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry you've been dealing with that. I hope, at some point it gets better and you're able to walk or not having that pain and the difficulty with it. And I hope your son is doing well as well as he can. And hopefully we get some good insight, some good news about his proper placement. Hey, Love Queen. Oh, I feel like we're going to have a full house tonight. The old crew, the old gang. Okay, so up first is A Life of Sundays. All right, let me pull up your question. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, first question. Okay. Should you get to know Anthony? Should you get to know Anthony? I'm trying to think of what deck I want to use for that. Let's do this one. Let's see how it goes. It might be a little hard for me to shuffle just because of the Band-Aid, but we'll see. And plus 2 of these cards are kind of big. Okay, let's see what we got. We have number 34, comparison. Number 16, the great crumble. Number 42, burdens. Number 15, attachment. And then number 27, sleepless. I don't know if you should get to know Anthony. I'm hearing a lot of mind games for some reason. It could be that energy, like maybe things start off kind of smooth and then all of a sudden it switches, or they turn and change in a way where it causes like this mental mind games, like mental exhaustion in a sense. That's like the main thing that I'm just picking up from that. I can pull a couple of tarot cards as well too, just because there's a lot of oracles. Let me see what tarot I want to do. I'm trying to see. We'll do these since they're right here. All right. Should you get to know Anthony? We got Judgment in reverse, and usually I don't do reversals. Let's just get one more. Ah. Okay, I guess that's the one they want, the Death card. All right, so you got Judgment in reverse. the Death card, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, I just really feel like they don't want you to take the time to really get to know him like that, just because it's going to lead to mental exhaustion. It's going to lead to this energy where things, I don't want to say it's a waste of time, but it kind of is a waste of time. I get that also too. They could be very clingy in an unhealthy way, and that can be problematic and like give red flags too. So that's something to be considerate of. When the Judgment card is in reverse, it represents this energy of someone kind of avoiding to make a decision, or in this space of like self-doubt and not trusting oneself in a sense. And it's kind of like this energy of like, if you were to pursue getting to know him, it's taking the time to get to know him and spending time with him and all of that, what happens is it kind of repeats old cycles that you are trying to get out of, if that makes sense. So think of it as like a test where, you know, they're presenting this person to you, like dangling in front of you, like, okay, let's just dress it up a little bit different and see if you'll do the same thing like you were doing before. So it's kind of like a test. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, don't fall for the trap or for the test, and just let it, you know, don't entertain it, like let it slide. So that's what I get for that question. So, of course, you can always do what you want to do, but Spirit is suggesting not to really get to know this person like that. Okay, and then the next one had something to do with a job, and I can't find my phone. That's what I was using to look at the questions, but maybe I should just go back to using my email. Let me go to the email then. Let's see. Oh no, I just saw your email, Leah. I'm glad you wrote an email. Let me see if I could make an adjustment for you. I'm gonna get back to your question in 1 second. A life of Sundays. I'm trying to pull up your email and then see if I can make this edit really quickly. Hey Deb. I don't know how I did it. Maybe it's under settings. I don't know how to change it. Sorry about that, Leah. If I figure it out, I'll do it. But yeah, thank you for sending the email. Okay. But yeah, if you want to send anything else in the super chat, or send it via email because you can't write in the super chat, feel free to do so. I have the email open so I can read your messages, especially when it's like time for your reading. Okay, back to Raven. Would I be a good fit for the new position I would like to apply for at work? Let's see. Okay, well, this card wanted to stay by, so we got study number 49. We have the Seven of Swords, the Magician. You have the Page of Wands. I feel like you would be a good fit for the role. It's more so making sure that you know your stuff in terms of like what that role is, what type of things you'll do in that role. So for example, let's say this is just something random, but they're like, oh, you know, you need to know how to use Qualtrics and SPSS. These are like data things for that role. So like studying those data applications, right? And making sure that you are familiar with those different things, the different skills, the different responsibilities and qualities and traits that that person would need if you were to be in that role. Researching the role, like especially if there's like a job description, and making sure that you study that job description, like taking the notes like, okay, I can do that. Oh, I have experience in that. And let's say, you know, they already know the work that you do there and all the things, highlighting that way when the time comes to where you can advocate for yourself, you can, when it's time for like an interview or whatever, you can literally jot down everything that you have done and how it relates to the actual position itself, and like have that proof of evidence, right? So you're prepared, you're ready to go. It's not like oh, I don't really know the answer to that question. It's like, no, I've studied everything, I know what I need to do and say. I already do X, Y, and Z. This is why I should be hired, this is why I'd be great for the position, this, that, and the third. You get to kind of create the outcome that you want because you're that powerful in doing so. I feel like with the Seven of Swords energy, this is more so saying don't get in your head about, you know, if there's something on the job description that you're not 100% sure about, or, you know, you're not familiar with, right? So, for example, if they say like, oh, you know, we want someone that has a minimum of like 2 years of experience in this thing, and you're like, I only have 1 year of experience. Oh man, I can't apply. And it's like, no, still apply, because that could be something that they don't really look at, especially if you excel in other areas for the job. And you know, don't cut yourself out so fast, basically is what I'm hearing them say. So you would be a good fit for it. Okay. Alrighty. So that is what I have for you. I hope that made sense and resonated with you. All right. Now let me see if I can figure out how to change one of these settings. I don't even know how I did it. That's the thing. Maybe it was this one. Oh, I think I figured it out. Okay. I don't know if I can change it now, but it's worth a shot. Okay. Save. Says changes are saved. Okay, so yeah. I think you should be able to comment, Leah. Unless you just like join the channel, then if you just join, and I can change it again to make it open to like people that just subscribe or whatever. But yeah, let me know. Alrighty. Let me update the list. So we just did a life of Sundays. And then let me go back to my email. All right, we got Deb, and then I think that was it that just donated. All right. Okay, up next is Gloria. Okay. How is Dan feeling about you? Let's see. How is Dan feeling about you? We have the Nine of Cups. I think this card is beautiful. Seven of Cups. And then the Tower. I feel like Dan sees you as like this unicorn, like you are the one that stands out among the rest. They kind of like this. You have like a quirky energy that they like, and you're just different. You don't really play by the rules. You don't really go by the book. Like your energy, your aura is just unique compared to other people that they have been around before. I think that one of the things that they really appreciate and like about you is your ability to just do your own thing and be to yourself, even when people are trying to like gravitate towards you. Like, you know how to be friendly and stuff, but more so you still remain whole and true to yourself. Like, you're not an attention seeker, you're not an attention like getter, if that makes sense. You don't want all eyes on you if it's not necessary, right? I think they really like that about you. I feel like with this Tower card, there's this energy of like this person, I feel I'm being kind of clumsy with you or around you. Like I saw a visual of like their hat falling off. Like they're getting ready to say something to you, then the wind just blows their hat on the ground and they have to like run and chase it, type of thing. It's like they could be the clumsy one or the odd one at times, but it's not like it's like a cute clumsy kind of thing. You know, people when they get shy, but they're like really excited, they can fumble over the words or, you know, can't find the right words. I feel that energy with this person. We have the Star. See, they look at you just in the sense of you naturally have this appeal about yourself that you don't have to try hard to get it. You are beautiful to them, and just like your energy is attractive. It's not overly demanding. It's just a natural presence that you have that draws people in, and they like that. It's almost like you are this. It's funny, I hear them saying you are like this Creole siren. It's like, that's what I heard someone say. You're this Creole siren. Very interesting. Okay. What's your next question? Ooh, you do like the mermaids. Yeah, it's like you're this Creole mermaid, Creole siren. Okay. When is Dan coming home? He's still in Hawaii, still at work. Okay, let's see. When is Dan coming home? We have the Six of Cups. Oh, well, that lets us know that you all are going to be reunited soon because the Six of Cups represents reunion. Very interesting that that's the first card here. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Then we have the Seven of Swords. I I hear the number 6, so that could be 6 weeks, 6 months. I know those kind of sound like really long, but I hear 6 weeks or 6 months. But I'm hearing that time is an illusion. So even with that being said, like let's say the answer really is 6 months. It might not necessarily be the full 6 months, but knowing that you will see them and just continue the communication or like the connection, long distance or however you want to call it, to keep the spark alive. And even to like you can connect with that person spiritually through your dreams at night. Even if you don't get a chance to talk to them all the time, there's that energy that still matters and is just as important, because it can keep things going and keep you all connected even on a deeper level. So yeah, 6 weeks or 6 months. Hopefully it's not the 6 months, but oh wow, you said you dream about him. Very vivid dreams, see? So yeah, continue to dream. Set that intention to connect with him during your dreams until you all are able to connect in the 3D. These cards. We have seduction, sensuality, attraction, and lust. This is for you, Gloria. So maybe you end up having like a sexy dream with that person. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Gloria. I hope that resonated with you. Alrighty, up next is Leah. Hopefully you're able to chat now. You're welcome. Let me see if you sent any emails. Ooh, that's exciting, Molly Me. That is really exciting. I need to go through my decks and see if there's anything that I want to like donate or gift to someone. Because I'm sure I have decks that I haven't used and probably won't use anymore. But yeah, if I do have any decks, I'll definitely send you a message and see if you would like them. Oh, that's so cool. That is very cool. I feel like I've heard of that one. Is that like it's like gold and velvet, like the card is velvet? Or no, maybe I'm thinking of another deck. I don't know why, but that name sounds very familiar to me. I really think that's the deck. There's like, either it's that deck or that person or the group of people make the same deck that I'm referring to. Yeah, that's the deck. Yep, that's the deck. Oh, that's cool. I have that deck as well. I think that's at the other house. So that's so fun. Yeah, I like that deck. It feels really cool. The imaging is nice. It's a really nice deck. Okay. Leah, let me go back to your super chat. What is coming up for you in love? Messages from spirit, and then spirit by me message. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put your name on the screen. Really quick, just in case you're not here at the moment. You can come back and look at your reading. Okay. So what is coming up next for you in love? We have number 41, create. Number 39, explore. Number 19, blissed out. Oh, that's so funny. So you have number 20, awakened, and number 25, soulmate. The reason why I say that's so funny is that when I first grabbed the cards, I don't know if you could tell, but like the way it split, that was the card that I saw, and I like smiled. And now I know why I did that, because it was going to come out eventually. So it was like a little sneak peek of it. But just in terms of what is coming in for you for love. Hey, Eva, I'll add you to the list in a little bit. There's this energy of like you enjoying your singleness more and more, and that actually draws in your partner, the person you end up with long term. And it comes from you just being at peace with yourself, loving who you are, learning more about yourself, having fun, and knowing that you can have fun as well. You know, people don't have to be in a relationship to have fun. Like, you can have fun as a single person. You can have fun with your friends. You can have fun with your family, and really enjoying all of that. Because I saw this quote, it was on Instagram like weeks ago, but it was saying like, enjoy it when you're single, because you, especially when you meet the one, that'll be the last time you're single, and that's the last time you'll ever have that type of experience, in a sense. And you know, using this time to just have fun, explore, do the things that you can do with ease, right? You know, like most of the time when you're single, you can get up and go and do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Versus when you are married, you probably have to check in with your partner and do all the things. So get into the space to where you just really embrace this moment, and then love yourself more and more as you're, you know, enjoying these moments with yourself and with friends and family and loved ones. And then watch that soulmate just comes in. It feels like the soulmate is already like, how do I word this? In the ether, in the energetic field already. And so as you're, you know, just living your life, your best life, that's when they like make that entrance. But knowing too is that once they enter your life, you don't revert back to old ways, to where you're like, oh, how do I word this? You don't revert back to like the old ways of like, oh, I'll just put all my attention on this new person. It's like, no, I know how to live my life, enjoy myself, enjoy my company, and embrace it. And then also add this person into my life and still have time for them and still make time for me. Find that beautiful balance. So I do see this beautiful dance of you enjoying your life as a, you know, individually, but then also to having the capacity to let someone new come in. So that is what I have for that question. And then I believe the other one was Spirit Babies. And then there was one more. Let's see. Okay. Let's see if you're in the chat. I don't see your name. Deb, you are already on the list, my darling. I don't know why you're mentioning it again, but you're already on the list. So if you don't see your name, it might be something faulty on your end, but you've been added. And also, please be patient because I'm in the middle of doing readings and I'm not always looking at the chat. All right, we have sorry dad, but I'm going to look more like my mom. I'm so glad that I would have you as one of my parents. We have, can you sing me a lullaby? I love hearing your voice. How sweet is that? Then we got a bunch of cards that came out. I'm debating if I want to take them or not. We'll take them. All right, we have, give it time, you two will work things out. Talk to me before you go to bed. At night, I love hearing from you. So this child of yours wants to hear your voice. You have two cards saying, like, I want to hear your voice. I love hearing from you. So literally just talk to your spirit baby. We have, I'm excited to learn more about our family history and culture. The bond that we share will be unmatched. There is a huge shift about to happen. You can't play it safe anymore. So your spirit baby wants you to be prepared for this opportunity that's coming your way. I heard them say opportunity. So whatever that is, that's what's coming. You can't be afraid of it. Also, too, you can't be afraid to walk that path that is open for you when it comes to this particular opportunity. So let's say, I don't know, like you have a job and they're like, you know what, we want you to be the manager now. Like, we just think you're great. You're like, wait a minute, I've only been an assistant for like so many years. I never saw myself as a manager. It's like, step into the position of power, step into the next role for yourself. Don't shy away from it because you're nervous or scared. Definitely trust yourself and know that this is something that you're capable of doing and have been, in essence, like told to do. So fulfill that purpose, fulfill that that prophecy is what I'm hearing them say, which is really interesting. And then what was the other one that you said? I think it was like spirit messages. Yeah, messages from spirit. Okay, let's do these. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Love will find you. Just be open and ready to receive it. And your first question, it was like about like what's coming in for love for you. And remember how we talked about, like, as you're living your life, it just comes in. So literally they're saying love will find you. It's okay if you thought you were over it, but it hits you all over again. Healing is a process. So if there's ever a moment where you feel like, man, I'm still, upset or annoyed or sad about this thing that happened a couple of weeks ago or a month ago or whatever, it is okay. Healing is a process. It's a journey. It's something that can take time, and it's okay if it takes time. Don't put pressure on yourself to, how do I word, especially if it's something that is like years piled up worth of things, right? If somebody stepped on your toe yesterday, it's like, okay, cool. You shouldn't sweat it too much anymore. But like, if it deals with your inner child work, that's completely different. So it is okay if you're still like dealing with things and trying to process it all and have moments to where, things kind of trigger you or upset you. We are watching over you. You are protected and safe. Nobody will get to you without going through us. So anything that you do, know that you're always watched over and protected. We have, don't waste your time or your gifts. And what ways can you do, or what ways can you be and do better? So think about the things that you have done in the past and where you want to be, and think about what that version of yourself needs to be like. What does she need to do? How does she need to grow? How does she need to perform to show up every day? And that allows you to get closer to that version of yourself, and knowing that you can be doing things well now, but like, what other things can you do and improve on when it comes to like your life and just different areas. We are celebrating your success along with you. Pay attention to the snakes in the grass and the crows in the sky. Very interesting that they came out together. So you see how they're saying we're celebrating your success with you. there could be people around you, like the moment you level up, the moment you get a new position, and the moment you do better, like in terms of just like your career, your finances, there can be some shady people, shady energy around that's like, trying to downplay it, or, making it about them, or, trying to psych you out or make you feel some type of way about it. Don't let them get in the way, but also pay attention and be mindful of the comments that people say. You might not catch it in the moment, but, you know, over time you'll start to see someone show their true colors because they keep saying certain things, and it starts to hit you all at once. You're like, wait a minute. For the past few months you've been, saying X, Y, and Z, or, making certain faces or making certain comments. This lets me know something. We have it's time to forgive. Forgiveness can help you heal. So maybe that's something else that you can work through for your healing process. It's like forgiving yourself, forgiving a person. And you don't always have to communicate that forgiveness to a person. It could just be something that you do internally and spiritually, and then move forward that way. But yeah, that is what I have for you, Leah. I hope you were able to resonate with the reading and hear all the things. The last card that wants to come out for you is all that you desire to create is manifesting right before your beautiful eyes. So everything that you want is yours. Just a heads up. But yeah, let me go back to the chat and see if I'm missing anything for your reading. Okay. I'm going to give you love notes as well. Good night, A Life of Sundays. Thanks for stopping by. All right, let's get you some love notes, Leah, to close out your reading. And then you said, Queen, I just realized that you and I are both wearing Band-Aids on our thumbs. Oh, wow. That is funny. All right. We have your vibe matches my vibe. Sometimes my nerves get the best of me. I really do dig you. All of those cards came out. Our friendship makes this connection solid. I love your sense of humor. No one makes me laugh the way you do. Let's do something fun soon. I trust you with my heart. I love when you encourage me with your words. And then finally, I'll always protect you, sweetheart. Very interesting too, because I think you got something about like protection with your ancestral messages, I want to say. So that's interesting. Like this person, their soulmate that you're calling in, said something like that. I want to say it had something like protecting you. See if I can find it. Yeah, we're watching over you. You're protected and safe. Nobody will get to you without going through us. So you have like multiple layers of protection, basically. All right, Leah. I hope all of that resonated with you. Okay. Up next is Molly Meep. And then I think I got to add Eva to the list as well. Okay. Alrighty, let me read your message, Molly Meep. I know you want charms and letters. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. All right, we'll call them mask. Okay, let's see what we get with the Tiny Tarot and all the things. Okay. And clear out my space. No worries, Molly Meat. I appreciate it. Okay. So let us do Oop. Okay, we'll take it off. All right, for Tiny Tarot, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Swords in reverse, and then the Ten of Pentacles. No, sorry, Ten of Cups. We do have the Ten of Pentacles though. Alrighty. Okay. I think you said you call him Mask. So it's fun that we have their nickname here. Oops. I can't fully spell the word out, but I hear Spirit saying muffin. So that might be symbolic to you in some way. Okay. And then the charms. I'm not trying to drop the charms out the bag before I'm done shuffling. Okay. Okay. Let's get a couple more charms. Okay. I think we got everything, and I just got to get you the Spirit wants me to get you one more tarot, a little mini tarot. Oh, we got the Ace of Wands. Okay, and then your special oracle pool. Something flipped. Let's do it this way. Probably be easier. I could have sworn something flipped. Maybe it went back. Oh, there it is. I'm going to have to say. I can feel it. All right, we have overtime, action, effort, exhaustion. Okay, so in terms of mask, we have ring, mask, Leo, rodeo, fave, tarot, we, which is yes. I said this was muffin, the letter P by itself, and then IRA, which is kind of fun. But we'll see what messages they have with that card or with that word. So in terms of like this person, just starting off with the mini tarot and the letters and words here, they could actually be a Leo. I know we said Cancer, but their Leo and Cancer are in the month of July. So depending on when his birthday, is, he could be a Leo or a Cancer, or just be on the cusp of like Cancer or whatever if he was a Leo. So that's something to be mindful of. I feel like with the ring being here, this represents this energy of like completion, something coming together, right? And I remember you saying, at the end, you felt like the time of you meeting each other or coming cross paths, you feel it coming very soon. And so that could be the symbol of that ring coming together as well. I feel like with the word rodeo being here, this shows this energy of like, I don't know why I'm getting like spectator in a sense. Like people go to rodeos to see the horses, to see people ride them and do all the things, right? And so I feel like, you've been able to like watch him from TikTok and see him in that capacity, but not necessarily on the one-on-one, like in-person type of thing just yet. And so there won't be this feeling of that, like, oh, I can only watch you from afar. And it's like, no, at some point you'll be able to connect with this person in the physical. I feel like Fave and Tarot, oh, that's what you said. You, both of y'all like the same deck or something like that. When I originally saw those two words, I thought they were separate things, but it's funny how they're tying them back together. But also too, there's going to be a lot of other things that you have in common with each other. And I feel like with tarot, this could be a person you do talk about things with tarot related, as well, since you already do have like a deck that you both like. With the answer, us having we here, which is yes, this gives us the energy of like there's a big question you might have been wondering about and thinking about, and the answer is yes. So if there's something that you just constantly have been wondering or wanting some confirmation on, this is the confirmation for that question. Muffin, like I said, that's probably something special to you, or maybe later down the road it will have a significant meaning, but maybe that could be their nickname for you, Muffin. Like saying you're my little muffin or whatever. And then the IRA, I feel like it's interesting that this comes out because obviously this is connected to like money and that. And how do I word this? They're giving me this analogy of like there's only so much you can contribute to your IRA annually, right? And just because you can only contribute so much doesn't mean that you stop saving, or doesn't mean that you stop, investing in your future and the things of that nature. So I feel like this is saying, this person, they and just in their life in general, they try to think beyond like the usual, how to word this, the basics. Like they, whatever they do, they think about longevity. And that could explain why we have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, is this person is, they want to invest in something that is worth the while and that will last and do well. And all of the tarot cards that you have here are like great cards to have. And I feel that with this being present, this shows us this person's energy. They in long terms, since they want something that's solid, they want something that yields to like a family and to a legacy, to I'm hearing like a trust, like being able to do those kind of things. And you have to know that that's what they want and that's what they're building towards. So they don't think small, with, if that makes sense. Like they do their best to plan for the future and make the best decisions as much as possible. I feel like with the Two of Swords coming out in reverse, this gives me this energy of like anxiety. So this person might have like an anxiety order disorder, or they have suffered from anxiety attacks in the past. They might not necessarily deal with it as much now, but that is something to be mindful of, especially as you get to know them more and more at times, at different times. So then in terms of the charms, we have music, so you might connect through songs, to connect through music. That might be a way that they communicate with you. We have the kitten and the swan. I feel like these two animals here represent this energy of like you all coming together, but with different, how to write this, like different personalities. It's the word that I'm looking for and I can't find it. But like you have your own style and that makes you work really well together. We also have the turtle, so this could take some time for you all to come into the physical, but that allows you to like grow and learn more about each other, like kind of build it up. We have a little fairy on the moon, so like there's an angel of love kind of assisting you at this time. We have like this red charm. I always say that's like the root chakra charm, but I also get fire energy, so that could represent that Leo energy too. They might just have like strong fire placements in their chart, even if they were a Cancer, so that's something to think about. We have the cross, so like knowing this connection was destined. We have the little rocking chair with the little like horsey on it for like the baby. And so I feel like this energy represents the youthfulness that you all have, but also to enjoying the beginning stages of the connection. We have the stars, so being intentional about how you want things to go. We have I will, and so I will represents this energy, this person letting you know like this is what I said I'll do. I will do this, so I'm going to do it. Like they're a person of their word. We have the butterfly, so just like that beautiful transformation. And then we have the letter E. I'm hearing the word efficient. And then we have a fortune, which says, ooh, a lavish trip is in your future. So maybe this is something you all do together at some point, as you get to know each other and connect and all the different things. Maybe, you take a lavish trip or they take a lavish trip, and it's like you learn more about that person through what they post, right? So that's something to think about. I think that was it. And then for this card, we have overtime, action, effort, exhaustion. So knowing that there will be some action, effort on their part, but also too with the exhaustion, don't overthink things. Don't overexert yourself into situations. Like be patient, but also to give yourself the space and the time to just kind of enjoy it for what it is, right? And let me see, I think that's pretty much it. I talked about these. But yeah, let's see what you said. Do you see anything on his connection with my son or anything about how my son will be doing in the coming months? I've been curious, and if you're moving after I connect with this person. I mean, we do have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, and both of those are like very family-oriented cards because there are children in the cards, and then both of the partners are in the cards. So I feel like if anything, your son and this person will do well together, and it's kind of like your one big happy family. Also, you do have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles can represent that energy of like motherhood and potentially being pregnant as well. So like, increasing the family, but also too, just like, being the mother to your son and like you all having that family in that sense. And then with the Queen of Pentacles energy, it's often not talked about, but the rabbit that's in the card can represent anxiety as well too. And so it's interesting because I mentioned anxiety with that Two of Swords in reverse. So I feel like with that being mentioned again, it's like both of you have different levels of anxiety, but you can help each other with it. And maybe this person can assist with their son as well too. Something that I channeled. But yeah, that's what I have for you, Molly Meep. I think that was really great. I'm like, those were really great tarot cards to get. All right, and then you're welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. Alrighty, and I believe Deb is next. Put those over there. Maybe next time you have a name. Maybe next time. We can always still call him Ask, even once we know what his name is. Okay. Up next is Deb. And then Eva, you would be last. It was so nice catching up with you. Love you too. That's so funny how I was thinking about you like a few days ago, and then boom, here you are. Maybe that was Spirit's way of saying, like, Monique's gonna make a grand appearance. Alrighty. So up next is Deb. What are your questions, Deb? And where is my phone? I think that's the reason why I started using my computer, was because I don't know where my phone is, even though I just had it like 2 seconds ago. Haha, I found it. Okay. What is Eric's current energy towards you? Let us use. All right, we have dreams. We have focus. We have commitment. We have memories. We have romance, freedom, and confusion. It's very interesting. You have 2 cards that are like on the in the first row, like air energy in a sense, like memories and dreams. I mean, you can say focus too, but I would say dreams and memories are definitely one of those. Even confusions as well, but that's in the next row. But anyway, in terms of like their current energy towards you, it definitely feels like this person is in this space where they kind of romanticize things with you. They could kind of like daydream about things or reminisce from on experiences that you've all shared in the past or what they would like to experience with you. I see that they do it often, and it can kind of distract them from things like that they do on the regular. So like, let's say they're at work and they're literally just daydreaming or just fantasizing or reminiscing on different things of the past, or with you just in general. Like, people are like, hey, are you listening to me? Like I said, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry. I was, I was out of it for a second. Like that's what they'll do. I feel like with the romance, freedom, and the confusion card, there are moments to where you get a feel for this person wanting the commitment, wanting things to progress with each other. And then there's moments where it's kind of like they either can act single or just be kind of distant at times. Or you might start to pick up on that energy where it's like, okay, you say these things, we do all these different things, and then it's like there's like a day where you just act a little weird or the energy's a little off. And it could be from multiple things. It could be this person just naturally being in their head. Like the moment they get close to you, they're like, ooh, I'm getting close to this person. I don't get close to people. The last time I did, they go down this rabbit hole and then they like get in their head and they go their separate way for like a day and they come back and they get back all in love and all that like and stuff. And then kind of repeat that cycle, type of thing. I feel with this person, there's this energy and this desire to where they visualize things like moving very, how do I word this? Like, you can meet somebody, you can vibe with them, then you don't naturally just like, oh my gosh, like let me plan our wedding and our kids and stuff like that. But you might kind of fantasize about it, if that makes sense, or like just quickly think about like, oh, I think our kids will look cute if we were to have a kid together, or oh, I think my name will sound nice if I had your last name. Like, how like people do that sometimes. You don't do it in like an obsession, like, oh, I'm just jumping into things very quickly. It's more so like it's a thought, and I feel like this person has thoughts where they're like, okay, I could see us having the kids together. Oh, I could see us moving in together. Oh, I could see us doing X, Y, to Z together. And then that could be something that kind of psychs them out because you're like, wait a minute, you only know this person for like 2 months. What do you mean you thinking about like going on a trip with them or whatever? Like to them, they might think that that's doing too much, but in reality, it's perfectly natural to kind of fantasize or like daydream about what's next or what's coming up next with somebody that you're interested in and like kind of vibe with, if that makes sense. I feel like this person is a really good kisser too. I don't know if you have kissed this person yet, but I feel like they have really great like technique when they're kissing you. And it's kind of like it'll make your knees buckle type of vibe. You're like, ooh, I'm like, wow, that was a beautiful kiss. And your body just feels all the sensations. So that's what I got for that question. All right, what's your next question? You said yes, natural. You fantasize too. I feel like we all do that at some point when you're, seeing somebody and you like them or you think they're cute or attractive. Like you're naturally gonna have like a 5 second, oh, let me fantasize or visualize what it would be like if we were together in this type of way. It's completely natural and it's okay. Because I think most of the time nobody really says anything when we have those thoughts. I think it's weird when people do it immediately, like the first time you're meeting the person, and it's like kind of very strong and awkward. I think that's when it becomes problematic, but it's natural to be like, oh, okay, I can see us having kids, and I can see how our kids look, or I can see if we move together, this is how it would be. Oh wow, look at that engagement. Okay, next question. What were this Libra's chat intentions in contacting me recently? Let's see. What were their intentions of contacting you? We have decision and choices. What were their intentions for contacting you? Confusion memories. Very interesting because when I was shuffling the cards, I heard them says kind of like go back to the past and have a blast. So that you definitely know this person and have like history with them for memories card to come out. I feel like with the confusion and the decision and choices card, this gives me the vibe that it definitely it was unexpected, because you didn't really see one, this person reaching out to you in that way, but also two, you maybe you didn't see like them, like what they were saying or like how they were acting or, you know, communicating with you, like the way they were. It could be kind of out of the ordinary, a little unusual, what you're not familiar with or used to with this particular person. Let's see what else we get. Ooh, we have embraced and pleasure. Very interesting. This person could definitely be on the flirty, freaky side with you. It could be something that they want with you. Could have been reminiscent if there was a time that you all were together in that capacity. Or two, it could, if let's say if you never got a chance to hook up or, you know, be intimate with each other, this could be something that they want to explore now. Not necessarily saying like, oh, they just hit you up just to say like, hey, we ain't never been together in that way, but can we do it today, type of thing. But more so like time has gone by and, you know, the memories come across that person's mind, and it's just like, you know, we're in this different, it's like a different era, it's a different vibe now. Maybe we're mature, maybe we're not in relationships or connected to people like that anymore. So let's try this intimacy trick. Let's try this, or train, like let's try this, you know, this grown up type of thing vibe is what I'm hearing. Transformation. I just feel like there's a shift that happened, which has kind of like allowed this person to circle back into your life. And it's about timing. You know, there could be moments to where maybe you wanted something to happen with this person, or they wanted something to happen with you, and it just couldn't happen because of whatever was going on. It just wasn't the time, and now things have shifted, and there's this transformation that has occurred, which has allowed you all to reconnect and kind of get into this space to explore or have fun or you know, have this reunion, whatever it is. I feel that with the decision and choices and transformation too, is to know that you can't think and act the same way you once did when you were in communication with this person before. You gotta show up and be better than what you were beforehand. So maybe, let's say in the past you didn't really have boundaries with this person. It's like now you got boundaries. Make sure that you know they know that you got boundaries. Like they can see like, okay, this person is not on the games. Or this person, like, they not just letting me do whatever. It's like, no, I'm putting my foot down. This is what it is. This is how you're going to show up in my life. This is what we're going to do, what we're not going to do, type of thing. You know, of course, you don't have to make it as direct as that. Or you can. It depends on, like, the vibe that you have with that person. But the idea is, like, you are clear on your boundaries and expectations of things, you know, once it's been established. Like, okay, this is what we're doing. Let's say y'all being intimate with each other or about to be intimate with each other, and it's like, you look, I don't cross that path with anybody unless I see their test results that they had within the last month, or until I get more recent test results, whatever. Like, if that's your boundary, make it known, make it clear, and don't switch up on it because of something that somebody else said. It's like, no, if that's what you do with anybody, don't make this person an exception to the rule. Basically, that's just like an example. But I definitely get like some sexy, flirty, intimate vibes with this person. I feel like it would be really good if you were to be intimate with them. I could see this being, I don't want to say a sneaky link, because I don't think it would be sneaky. It would just be more so like a kind of like a friends with benefit type of situation. If that's what you want. I don't see like long-term commitment with it. I just see more so like having fun, good sex, good vibes type of thing. But yeah, that's what I got. Okay. But yeah, that's what I got. I don't know why I saw this or heard this, them saying like, you know, I've been seeing you on Instagram, you've been posting these real sexy pictures, and then it's like boom, here they come. Because you know, sometimes people can feel like, oh, that's my way to get in type of thing. You know, they could see a picture, like that could be a thing where someone didn't look at you in that type of way, and then it's like you transform, you grow up, it's a different type of vibe, and it's like they look at you differently or you look at them differently. It's definitely a thing. It happens to a lot of people. You said, I thought he just saw me as a little sis or something because I knew him when I was, oh, so yeah, y'all definitely got some history knowing him since you were younger. So that, there we go. Because that could be the thing. Like, there might have been a moment where he just saw you like that. And then, you grew up, you blossomed, you filled out in different ways. And he like, wait a minute. I know that's not there. I know that's not there. Wait, let me go ahead and shoot my shot. Type of thing. Which can be very funny. But yeah, just go with the flow with it. If it happens naturally, let it happen. You don't have to force anything. You'll feel it intuitively and like physically too. If this is somebody you can see yourself being intimate with, or connecting with on that type of like flirty sexual level. All right, that's what I got for you. I hope you enjoyed. Alrighty, last but not least is Eva. All right, Eva, let me pull up your reading. All right, how should you heal and move forward in your love life? And then currently single, higher self messages. All right, let's start off with the first question. How should you heal and move forward in your love life? That's a really good question. I like that. We have my presence and aura speaks for themselves. Number 51, I'm ready for a beautiful beginning. Number 11. Ooh, I was just about to say something about the number 1 and all the cards have 1 in it. And then I'm proud of the person I am becoming. Number 14. The reason why I was going to say something about the number 1, because it kind of reminds me of this wholeness like type of thing, right? Like being one represents this energy of like balance, right? And I feel Spirit is saying for you to continue to work towards that wholeness, being grounded, being in this space of to where you are fulfilled because you exist, because of your own presence, because of your own aura. 1 also represents the energy of new beginnings. It represents the energy of excuse me. It represents this energy of just like change, right? And you have this new opportunity to restructure, to rebuild the relationship that you have with self. 1 represents self as well. And as you are building that relationship with yourself, it allows you to understand more about your own needs, your desires, the things that you want in a relationship, the areas of growth that you have to work on as well as a person, because nobody is perfect. Everybody has their own flaws and, baggage, drama that they bring to the table, and kind of working through some of that beforehand. And then also too, knowing what you can do to assist and help yourself when you have those moments where you are struggling with something, or, kind of going through like a battle of some type of issue, right? So that's like the biggest thing here. And also to being proud of how far you have come, and knowing that you don't have to show up the same way that you used to show up before, right? You don't have to be the same person that you were in the past when it came to relationships. Let's say in the past you tolerated BS. You don't have to be that version of yourself anymore. You don't have to tolerate BS anymore. You can, have quality, healthy relationships, healthy partners, healthy friendships, all of that. And knowing that the new version of yourself is what you're attracting and what you're wanting to become. So you must show up as her each and every day as much as possible. Be as consistent as possible. Don't make this I'm going to just do this like, a couple times a week type of thing. It's like, no, I'm going to be as consistent as I can. Of course, we're going to have moments to where we might revert to our old ways, or we just struggle with the new person that we're becoming because we're trying to manage, all of that. And that's okay. But also know too that in order to get to where you want to be, you have to do the things that you haven't done before. In order to get different results, you got to do something different. You can't do the same thing over and over again and expect to change, right? So that's like the big message that I have here for you in terms of that. That's the big way to heal and to attract more into your love life and get to the space that you're going to be happy with, and how to make things kind of move faster and forward. All right, we also have I speak my truth with confidence, number 7. And as you trust and know that you are a beautiful soul, a beautiful being, that allows you to attract better quality partners too, because they're going to match how you feel about yourself. All right, higher self messages. I am capable, number 46. My peace is my priority, number 16. I'm the chosen one. Flowers never pick themselves. I love that, number 24. I'm divinely guided and protected at all times, number 19. A lot of people have been getting cards that lets them know that they're divinely protected and guided. And I love that because it just shows us once again, we are always being looked after. We are always, under protection. Even when we feel like things could be going left, like you're always safe. You're always being protected by something and from something. So never worry or second guess. We have ain't nobody about to treat me like I'm average, number 36. I love that. It's the healing and growth for me, number 52. And then, look at that. I'm attracting true love and a healthy relationship, number 10. And she has a wedding ring on her finger. So that just shows you when you are putting in the work to heal and to grow, you attract all that you want. You're capable of anything that you set your mind to. Your peace should be a priority, meaning as you are learning to embrace that solitude, you strengthen your ability to be at peace and to carry that peace with you, and knowing that peace is something that does not come, you don't get that outside of yourself. It has to be within you, right? And then I'm the chosen one, flowers never pick themselves, and ain't nobody about to treat me like I'm average. This is showing you that nobody should make you feel like you got to do the most to get their attention. You got to, be extra. You got to be thirsty. No, only the ones that are worthy of you are going to have access to you. And you don't have pick me energy. You are the chosen one. You will be chosen. Point blank, period. That's with anything in life. And as you are growing and healing, you become prosperous. You become at peace, and you just continue to feel that guidance of your guides. And that allows you to walk that path that gets you closer and closer to attracting that true love, because you're in alignment with it, because you are connected to the purpose of what spirit has been trying to, show you and present to you at times. And now you see it fully and you're able to walk that path. And this person walks that path along with you at some point. So I'm happy this is the last card that came out for you, because it just shows you that love is here for you. It's here regardless of what people say, regardless of what situations you have experienced. Don't let that paint the picture of the future in terms of a negative picture, okay? So that is what I have for you, Eva. I hope that resonated with you. That was beautiful. That spoke to me. I loved it. Absolutely love that message for you. Alrighty. So that concludes our live for tonight. I'm pretty sure I did everybody's reading. If you have any other questions in, in the meantime, in between time, you can always email me and book a private reading with me that way. Because I'm going to do my best to be consistent with the lives. But of course, like I said earlier, things happen, life happens, schedules get very busy. So the timing cannot always be ideal or perfect for a live. But I'm always available for private readings, which can typically have like a quick turnaround too, depending on like when you reach out for a private reading with me, especially if I'm like already kind of set up in terms of like being in the space and have the cards and stuff already out. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. And it's so funny because I don't know, maybe this person is watching my live, but there's a special somebody that spirit wants to just say hey to, and pray that they're doing well. Of course, that person will know who they are. I don't know if I could give a hint, but I hope you are doing well. That's all I want to say to that person. And I feel the love, and I feel the communication that you've been trying to share with me. If, like I said, of course, if the person's watching, they will know I'm talking about them. But Spirit wanted me to share that with them. Alrighty. So that is it. That is all. At some point, I'll make some more videos. I got to talk about the nails. I got these nails from Temu or whatever. I'll make a little video about all the things I got from them at some point. I need to do that. But yeah, I hope everybody continues to have a great day, great night, have a wonderful week. There'll be a pick a card video on Tuesday and hopefully another one later this week. And I should be live again. Fingers crossed. I love you all, and I'll see you all soon.